What is up, friends? Welcome back for another movie reaction today with The Nightingale, a movie I haven't really heard too much about, which kind of surprises me given that it is by the same writer and director of The Babadook, which is a pretty well-known movie at this point and was very well received. And so I don't know why I haven't heard it talked about too much since, but what I have heard are good things, and I've been told that it's more of a slow burn horror thriller type film, which I love that kind of movie, and so I'm hoping that's what I get here. I could have been told wrong, who knows, we'll find out here soon enough. But knowing how The Babadook had a lot of layers and metaphors to the storytelling, I'm going into this one prepared to look for some similar things like that. It could end up being a much more straightforward storyline, but however they decide to tell the material, I'm hoping that I enjoy it and hoping that you enjoy watching along with me for it. If you do, definitely consider leaving a thumbs up, helps the videos out a lot. And of course, full-length reaction will be available on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But without further ado, let's go ahead and hop into The Nightingale. What a cool way to open, just very gradually coming out of the darkness. I'm already a huge fan of the editing and the sound design. If this is just following them in the middle of the woods, I feel like a lot of bad things could happen though. Visual storytelling already off the charts, saying so much just by showing her holding the knife while walking around. There's got to be some dangers.
To start the evening off, I'd like to call on our little Nightingale to sing a good old British love song for all us homesick lads.
Oh, so she is the Nightingale herself. I've heard that word a lot. I should know what it means, but I forget.
As I went walking one morning in May, there was a soldier and a brave grenadier.
Love to see it. They're vibing with it. She's got a good voice. I like how much she stands out with her outfit too.
They both sat down together, loved to hear the nightingale sing.
Whoa, what an opening. Very unexpected. So much happened, but they said a lot with it. I still have no idea where this is headed though.
For your singing, I've got an old bar especially for you.
He's acting all nice, but I think he's got some ulterior motives.
Sing a song.
I wish my love was a butterfly.
Well, hopefully this is all it's gonna be, just a private concert, and she'll get out of there without anything shady happening.
Sit on my lap.
Sir, my letter of recommendation.
Man, this is
June 3rd,
uncomfortable right now.
I'm meant to be in the care of my husband now, sir.
Didn't I rescue you from that hellhole of a prison? They warned me you'd be too much trouble. I took you on anyway. You'd still be there if it weren't for me.
No wonder he had been focusing on her so much. There's a lot of history.
Ungrateful!
So sorry, I'll leave you be. Please don't, sir. I need to get my baby. Please don't.
Goodness, man, we are starting off rough. I was not prepared for this. Hopefully this guy can get dealt with at some point. And he has such a high position. He seems kind of untouchable as well.
Captain, out you go, miss.
Your soldiers have been firing off their guns for no reason.
They do that, sir, to ward off the blacks.
They were rotten drunk.
Hopefully one of the soldiers can accidentally fire off the rifle in front of that guy's face. What a shot right there. That's an incredibly well-composed frame.
She thought she was going to die out there in the forest, all alone. She called out in her sweet baby voice to see if her ma could hear her. Her voice was so pure, carried for miles through the trees.
That's a pretty cute baby. Sounds like she's talking about herself here a little bit from what she's experienced.
The little baby bird chirped with delight. She held on tight through the trees till they came to a beautiful place where she and her ma and dad could all live happily together. She was home. She was free.
Man, so tough hearing her say a nice, happy story like that after what we just witnessed. I don't think anyone's coming to swoop her up, take her to safety. I think she's gonna have to do it herself out here.
He owes you your ticket, Claire. You served your time and then some. What's that mark? There's another on your neck.
I like it, a man of action. Feel like with his resources, he could find him anywhere, though.
Misha Thon and Miss Veg, Torchard, Ditch and Nish, Claire. Misha Horace and Fish, their margin and Morach. Not go more than pain. And my Hojo and Cha, August Hoshavilta.
At least she's got a nice guy here to help her out, but if he's known about it before, it doesn't seem like he can really do anything to help too. But maybe he doesn't know the whole story. The fire grows. Love the way this has been shot so far. Very deliberate framing, not really much motion, all locked off shots.
Have you been drinking?
I'm just gonna talk to him.
No!
Oh, this could be so costly, especially when there's a bunch of guns nearby.
Beg yours?
I asked you nice this morning. I'm telling you, let her go. She's been asking for 3 months. She's paid her dues, and so have I.
I don't think he's gonna budge one bit. Respect to Aiden, though, for facing him head on.
No!
Now he's outnumbered. He got a clean hit, though, to start.
In your office, Lieutenant.
Whoa, let's go get this man in the worst kind of trouble. Aiden's a good fighter, took him on like nothing.
And what is she to you?
Nothing, Captain.
You think I'm an idiot. I've spent enough time here now. Noted your conduct and that of your soldiers. I'm afraid I can't recommend you for the captaincy up north.
Love to hear it. Give this man all sorts of consequences. Didn't expect it'd come back to bite him so quick, though.
I'll travel north to Launceston, see Major Bexley myself and apply for the position in person.
The post will be filled in 4 to 5 days, I'd say. Once you take your nag and ride up.
I like seeing him getting told off, but definitely not enough yet. He needs more bad things to happen to him. Oh, of course, now he's gonna make it his personal mission to get back at him since they ruined his opportunity, even though it's his fault in the first place.
Going somewhere?
We don't want no trouble.
You don't want trouble, but sometimes trouble wants you. Apologize.
Man, even if he did apologize, I don't think he'd accept it. He's just on the ultimate power trip. Oh my gosh, and the baby's in the room as well. This is awful. Don't tell me they're gonna kill him or something right here in front of her.
She's a beauty, your wife. I've enjoyed her greatly. Did she not tell you?
Oh no, I think I know where this is headed right now. And I really hope it doesn't end up there.
She loves it too. Got the scratches on my back to prove it.
Don't listen to him, love.
She begged me. Says I'm the best she's ever had.
Get your hands off her!
You want to see how she likes it?
We need that captain guy to show up in here real quick. Or just Aiden to go Super Saiyan mode and break free.
Please, stop! No! No! All right, I'm sorry! I'm sorry!
Yikes, man, this is so heavy. I thought once was all we were gonna have to deal with. This is even worse. I hope this guy dies so bad. Not a single ounce of remorse in him. What is going on, dude? They have just put her in the worst possible position. I can't believe he just killed him after that display.
Shut it up, will ya?
She won't shut up, please. Please be quiet.
Shut it up or I will!
If they kill the baby, I don't think I can go on, man. She is just in hell. I can't believe what I'm watching, man. I don't know if I can go on. I don't know if I've ever seen a character broken down this much, this quickly.
I can't.
What are you made of? Finish it.
Finish it!
This is like the darkest opening to a movie I've ever seen, man. I was not ready. Even if I had been told exactly what was happening or what was going to happen, I still would not have been prepared.
What's wrong, love?
You were meant to be here at sunup.
Where is he?
Shoot her. I don't even care at this point, man. Anybody that talks down to her.
Where is he? He left at dawn with the sergeant and the young ensign.
To go where?
Don't have to tell me. Don't go! Where?
Oh, I mean, I cannot blame any of the anger she's showing right now. I'm afraid of what we're going to see in the future. I want her to get payback, but if it's going to be satisfying payback, it's got to be the most gruesome thing possible.
You coming with me? I'm going after them.
But I've only just got my ticket myself. They'll put me back where I come from. I can't.
Aidan would have died for you. Are you going to leave him in a cold, dark grave while his murderers are free to do as they please?
He was my friend too, Claire.
Claire.
And we love the little one.
Please.
They cannot act for a second like they understand what she's been through. I don't think there's anyone on Earth that would understand.
Claire, wait! What in Christ's name are you doing? You don't even know where you're going.
I'll follow the paths.
What are you talking about? It's murderous out there. You'll die in a day.
Should I stay home and do needlework?
At least take a guide, for God's sake.
This has been as bad of a wilderness as it gets just being here at her house. I don't think she cares what's out there.
Billy! Got a job for you.
Told you to come here already. Told him to bugger off.
Respect to him, man. Anybody who tells him off is a friend of mine.
The job's for me.
Not working for no bloody white woman.
My husband's traveling with those men. You get me to my husband, then take us both to Launceston.
You give me 1 shilling now, we go tomorrow.
You take me now or I'll find someone who will.
You're not taking that horse with you. Too slow.
She's coming with us.
Then I'm taking the dogs.
No dogs!
She's getting what she wants right now, standing up to anybody and everybody. I like this actress, though. She's been through absolute pure hell, but she's portraying all sides of the emotion very well.
What's wrong, Ensign?
Just thinking of what happened, sir. What we did.
What? Some Irish convict scum trying to kill an officer. He went for me with his musket. The world will thank us for it.
The girl didn't die, sir. I'm sure of it.
Even if she didn't, who's going to do anything about it?
She's gonna come raining vengeance on everybody. At least there is one person in there that feels some sort of remorse, even though he didn't do anything, so I'm not on his side.
Shut it up or I will!
Whoa, bro, I got so many chills from that. What a way to build tension. When she's awake, it's a nightmare. When she's asleep, it's the same.
Hi, Bunny.
Look at you. Never seen one like you before.
Oh my goodness, bro. I cannot afford mentally to see another baby in distress or just another person in general.
Look what I found. This was the only live one. I just want to try one, sir. No. Well, you've swiped them before. Why can't I? Don't be disgusting.
Oh, now this guy acts like he has some sort of higher ground morally or something. But even him saying that is lowering his goodness even more.
You bloody white people. Take me from my family. Say you be like white boy now. Now I got nothing.
You think you're the only one with problems? I've looked after myself since I was a kid. I lived on the streets, stole what I could to survive, and now I'm here at the arse end of the world with you. Welcome to the world, boy.
Hey, he's gotten you this far, not the worst companion.
I'm Mangana, the blackbird. I'm not God save the king like them white bastards sing. I'm Mina Mangana Vinika Witiki Trola.
Sounds bloody awful.
Hey, come on, he's right up there with her singing in the beginning. Like that we're getting a chance to see him converse, though.
Them white fella shot them all in front of me when I was a kid. My mother, my aunties. Them white fella take me far from my family. Chain me, beat me. Say you be like white boy now. I don't never want to be like white boy. That big boss you following, he's the worst one.
I would agree with you right there. I don't think there's anybody worse than him, but she's learning that he's had a pretty awful life as well.
Look at you. What are you doing here? All the way out here.
Please tell me
I
her
found
friend
something
didn't
here.
leave.
You f***ing left!
Yes, let's go, man. Stayed. That's so unfortunate the one time she needs it to fire, though. The gun fails.
Can you fix it? It's broken.
You white ones go fast, fast, fast. I go slow. Get everything done. I'm blackbird.
Man is effective, you can't deny it. I really hope nothing bad happens to him, but I'm worried about what could happen to any of the characters at this point. Let's go, taking a few of them out. Love to see it. Please tell me this is the group that she belonged to and they just tracked him here. What a monster, dude. He needs to die more than any character I may have ever seen in a movie, man. Death might be too quick, though. That is a nasty injury. I don't think he's getting out of here alive.
Hello?
Oh, this absolute idiot is about to die. Cannot wait for this. Gonna be the last person he expect to see. Oh, she is so ready to bring him to justice.
What are you doing?
I just wanted him to stop us all. How can we get to him?
I don't want no trouble.
Please help me. You know what it's like to have a white fella take everything you have, don't you? They stole something from me, and I need to get it back.
They stole a whole lot, that's for sure. Unfortunately, even killing them isn't gonna bring back everything. It's a start, though.
Go get Becky and wait for me there. Go!
Cannot wait for her to finally catch up to him, make him talk, running like the coward he is.
I surrender!
You surrender?
Perfect, man. Take out the other leg. Or dude doesn't deserve the chance to surrender.
I'm sorry, please! I didn't mean it!
Oh, what a hit. I almost feel like it's better this way. Make his pain longer. He needs to suffer a little bit more. Making every hit count, my goodness. Dying a deservingly brutal death.
Mother.
Oh man, graphic, but just as I thought earlier, it would have to get pretty gruesome to be satisfying. One man down, few more to go.
I can't be out here on my own.
What did he do to you to make you do that to him? You're not looking for your husband, are you? You don't have a baby no more.
What a legend. Put the pieces together. She didn't even have to tell him. He could tell what really went down. Thank goodness he stayed, because she definitely couldn't afford to lose somebody else.
All right. Up there, not here.
Don't want any black fella that way. More fight, kid kill. Not good.
I really hope he's intentionally leading him in the wrong direction just to pay him back a little bit. Or at the very least, just making their journey longer.
Charlie's your uncle?
Not like you say. Charlie from a different family. He helped me do ceremony. Helped me live our way. Black fella way. Charlie my family now.
Hey, well, Charlie seems like a good dude, so hopefully they'll manage to save him from them too.
If I saw them white ones, the ones that killed my family, I would have done what you did.
Love their dynamic. They started off kind of at each other's throats, but they've managed to find a lot of common ground.
Don't worry, my love. Don't worry about us.
I don't know, I'm getting kind of nervous. The last time she heard noises from him, we got some scary imagery.
We're all alright. We're all alright. We're all alright.
Oh my gosh, this is so creepy, and with it being so much in darkness makes it worse.
We're all alright.
We're all alright! We're all alright!
Yikes, bro, so many chills again. Oh my, those scenes are so effective. I think even after this is accomplished, she's just gonna keep having nightmares for the rest of her life. And I haven't mentioned it, but I've been appreciating it throughout the whole film that there hasn't really been any soundtrack at all. And it's helped the tone in a lot of ways, but especially in the more horrifying moments like that, when there's no big music cue. Just makes it even creepier. But with the movie basically having no music, it's made everything feel so much more raw and visceral and so much more realistic, which I think is why so much of the stuff in the beginning as well was so much more disturbing.
Here we are.
What?
You stay here.
Wait, where are you going?
You want all the land? Here is your land. Good view. There will be a king up here.
You need to get me off this mountain and into Launceston now.
I'll come back later, see how you're doing.
I love this guy. He's excellent. What a great way to pay him back.
You've had your joke, boy. Boy! I'll give you whatever you want. I'll give you £20. You won't ever have to work again, boy.
I don't want your money. And don't call me boy. You England bastard.
Oh, this idiot was the one who shot. Are you kidding me?
I don't know if you noticed, Roos, but we're in the middle of nowhere!
I'm sorry.
There was only one person who could have got us out of here.
Oh, that is so messed up. And I wasn't prepared for him to get shot just for what he just said. He was in such a perfect position because they needed him if they were ever going to find their way out of here. I really hoped they were going to be able to save him. Love that. What a great shot. Feels so much more comfortable next to him. If they manage to survive this, I think those two are going to be friends for a long time, hopefully.
You're our new boy, Sergeant. You got rid of our last one, so you're the new one. You've got one day to get us to Launceston. This pistol's yours. Do you remember how to use it?
Yes, sir.
If this boy puts a foot out of place, you can shoot him.
Hey, I wouldn't mind if he was shot before they caught up to him. It just makes it easier for him to overpower him eventually.
No! Charlie! Charlie! What did they do to you?
Oh, that's devastating, especially after he was talking about how Charlie's his family now after he'd lost everybody. Gives him another reason to help her out, though. Now they both want him dead. Ties back into the conversation he had with her before, though. How he was saying if he could see the people who killed his family, he would do what she did. And now they have killed his family.
I'll help you get them men. They're close. Find them easy.
Hell yeah, man. Let's go. I can't wait to see him brought to justice.
Not too high. They'll see ya. What are you doing? Shoot!
Oh man, she got stage fright. At least he just clipped her shoulder a bit, didn't actually hit her.
I want this all to stop. I want to go home.
I'll get you out of here, I promise. But we have to go now.
We have to get Becky. We can't just leave her. She's Aiden's horse.
It's amazing how quickly your objectives can change once you face what you were waiting for.
I'm going on my own. It's too dangerous. Promise I'll come get you.
Here, take the musket. Take it!
Nothing better happened to him, man. But I really can't blame her too much for feeling that way. She's already witnessed so many horrific things. Probably doesn't want to add on to it.
Lord in heaven.
Where is she?
She got shot. Ran off. Good riddance.
Still protecting her, keeping her cover. I don't think he's gonna buy it, though.
Your old mate didn't make it. Did you know?
Had an accident. He tripped and fell and killed himself.
My goodness, man, they are so evil.
If he tries to run, you shoot like I showed you.
Yes, sir.
Oh man, now if anything happens to him, she's just gonna feel responsible, I bet, because she didn't take the shot before, even though she's not responsible for their terrible actions.
Give him his reward and you win your freedom. Be a man, son. Give him his reward!
Yes, he got away. There's no way they're gonna catch him.
You're nothing. And you'll always be nothing, you worthless little gutter rat.
Dude is just trying to set the record for most evil character. Unbelievable how he just keeps sinking lower and lower.
I'll shoot the next one, I will! I'll shoot!
God!
Yep, I had a feeling that was coming. The man just hates noise, if that's what you want to call it. And the other two with him are just as evil because they keep watching all this happen and doing nothing. Can't believe they just leave his body there as well. Oh, whoa, that thing came out of nowhere. Cool looking bird. Oh, is that the blackbird that he kept mentioning before? Oh, that's perfect. Earlier he was saying how the birds show you the way. Even though Billy's not with her, he's still helping her out.
Where am I?
Well, that way is Launceston.
This is the main path to town.
Hey, she knows she's on the right trail. They probably think she's so crazy. I bet she's kind of laughing just because, despite everything, she made it here. And Billy was right.
Please may I ride, sir?
Get away, you whore!
Okay, add him to the hit list. Everybody's so disrespectful.
Get up on the back. I don't want to know you're there.
Oh, what a great shot. No way she ran into him like that. Finally reunited. Oh, that was a great frame right there. The two of them so happy to be back together. Amidst all the horrors, at least they have each other.
Billy, put your hands up and walk in front. Just do it.
Yeah, just gotta manage to keep their cover. Sucks that they have to do that.
Where are you headed?
Up to our farm a ways. This one's been stealing our supplies.
We caught his ones near town.
Kani, mina militina, nanya. Wepalera marina. Papa panina.
I don't know, man. Maybe they'll be able to overpower him, outnumber him. I'd love to see them help out some people.
Nara mapuli, tapulti, krakapaka, pakana mana mapuli, pakapaka.
I say shut your bone box.
Sinaninga na militina mana mapuli.
Putia makra.
Sinalunga na mana mapuli.
Putia makra. Putia makra.
Nina warwa mapuli. Nina warwa.
Putia.
Nina warwa.
Putia.
Oh my gosh, dude. So much death in this. There's nothing they can do about it. Man, I really thought maybe we were gonna see him save some people there, or at the very least just walk past them. But the longer they're together, the more she's realizing that it's hell for pretty much anybody.
Steady, boy, whoa!
I'll kill you if you touch the black.
I'm not going to touch the black. He should come for a wash and a feed.
I don't feel like I can trust anybody at this point. It would be nice, though, if finally somebody was kind.
Come up here, eat with the rest of us.
Poor Billy, man. I feel so sad for him. This is probably the most kindness anybody outside of her has ever shown to him.
This is my country. This is my home.
Oh, that's heartbreaking, dude. I can't even imagine just seeing everything ripped from you and taken by the most awful people.
Get what you need here and get out. He'll be fine with you. Don't give yourself more trouble than you've already had.
Thank you.
At least there's one decent person in this town. This is certainly taking a turn, though. I really don't know where we could end up.
Billy, what are you doing? Becky!
Claire. Jesus Christ. Don't you ever die.
Are we really gonna have a showdown in the middle of everything here? I mean, it would be great for him to look like a weeping mess in front of people if they do shoot him. Oh man, is she finally working up the courage to go do something? What a boss, confronting him in front of everybody. Hopefully she can make him look like an absolute fool.
You can tell me to shut up. You can threaten to kill me, but it won't do nothing. That girl whose husband and baby you murdered, that girl died. And you can't kill what's already dead.
Oh, what a line right there. Airing out everything in front of everybody.
I'll have you arrested, you drunken whore.
I'm not your whore. I'm not your nightingale. Your little bird. Your dove. I'm not your anything. I belong to me and no one else! When all the women are... When all the men and babies are killed. What will you do then, Lieutenant?
Man, this is a great speech right now. Love everything she's saying.
Look at you. All dressed up and shiny. Like butter wouldn't melt. The big strong man.
Someone get her out!
What's the matter, little soldier boy? Didn't your mommy love you?
Oh, now everybody's seen it on full display. Finally cut deep enough to get him to lash out.
I wish I were yonder.
Oh man, this is amazing. Gonna sing her song whether he likes it or not. Wild how much the tone has changed since when he asked her to sing the first time. Man, what a frame right there. That was an incredible moment. Defeated him without having to shoot him.
Like that bastard boss man, sometimes we have bad ones, full of bad spirits.
And what do you do with them?
Our old people will talk to him, try to get him see good way.
And if they don't listen? If they keep being bad, how do you deal with them then? How'd you fix them?
Fix him? We don't fix him, we kill him.
Jeez, man, that is heavy stuff. After watching stuff like this, though, I don't really see any other option to deal with them. They're not really going to change on their own, especially a character like the Lieutenant.
Putia paentrika pula winikani minaturala.
Oh no, is he gonna go in there and kill him himself? This better not mean he ends up dead too. Finally, they get him. Couldn't have had a better way to do it as well with an audience.
It's done now, Billy. We can go. Billy, no! No! Billy!
This guy just keeps shooting everybody. You gotta take him out as well. Oh, so satisfying seeing him dealt with. He was just as bad. But that was a pretty big shot on Billy. Hopefully it's not lethal. Oh, don't tell me they're bringing him here because it's gonna be like his final resting place. It is a beautiful spot.
I'm still here, you white bastards! And I'm not going nowhere!
Billy is the ultimate legend. Can't keep him down.
Yeah! Yeah! Yeah!
I was waiting for him to eventually fall over, but he's not dead yet. Like that he got to do at least one last dance. What a gorgeous shot right there. And I saw the bird fly by. That's been another theme. Beautiful singing as always, and I love that she did it in the other language. Oh man, that's one of the most heavy movies I think I've ever seen. It started off so terrible as well, just set the tone early, so it's surprising that it ended with such a peaceful frame. I feel like there's definitely so much meaning behind everything though, and I think, if I remember correctly, the writer and director is Australian, right? So I like that she got the opportunity to tell that story since obviously it's very close to home with Aborigines and everything like that. But what I was going to say before, after that scene when she was confronting the lieutenant, she was talking about how you can't take something from me or something like that. Or you can't take what's mine. Like she was trying to like reclaim everything that was hers and everything like that by confronting him. Kind of made me feel like her experience is very similar to what Billy and his people had gone through as well, and I hadn't really paid attention to the similarity or the connection that was kind of being made there, how we had seen all these horrific things happening to her in the beginning and seeing things taken from her husband, her baby, her freedom as well. And because all of that stuff was so in your face and so shocking, obviously the reaction is like, okay, these people are evil and what they're doing is terrible. And then as they gradually introduce characters like Billy, his family, and the other black characters as well, you see their situation, but you don't think of it just straight away as being as aggressively horrifying and everything that they were doing to her. But when she was kind of confronting him and was saying those lines, and then some interactions with Billy, how he was saying like, this is my country, this is my home, then it kind of made it click for me a little bit, how the things that were happening to him and his people are just as horrific as the and the murder and all of that. It just isn't portrayed in that way, or isn't as readily recognized as being as horrible, if that makes sense, as like a culture for all these different countries and stuff like that, Australia, America and stuff like that. You don't really think about that when they show you something like or murder so aggressively. You're like, wow, that's terrible. But when you think of these cultures and everything that have had everything taken from them, it's just as horrifying, but oftentimes we never really consider that perspective. Now the credits have ended, but obviously wanted to continue my thoughts on that. Hopefully what I've been saying has been kind of making sense. Sometimes it's difficult for me to put my thoughts into words, but basically Claire's experience in the film was not a metaphor since it's just as real as everything else, but very much a parallel to the Aborigine experience, and I just hadn't realized that fully until later on in the film, and so that's essentially what I was trying to say there during the credits if it wasn't clear yet, which now with that perspective that I've gained on the story they were trying to tell, I can fully understand why the imagery in the beginning had to be so harsh and so disturbing, almost to the point where I thought I might have to stop watching because of how horrific it was in order to really send home that parallel of Claire's experience to theirs, which says so much on its own that me and I'm sure everybody else would have such a reaction, a negative reaction to seeing stuff like that, the rape and the murder and all of that. But then when we think of the history with the Aboriginals in Australia or compared to America with Native Americans, we just almost don't really think about it that much. We just say, oh, that's history. But in reality, we should react just as horrified to the actions that have been done and often still are being done to those communities and areas and everything like that. Obviously, they still have recent movies like Wind River that discuss just the awful things that are still happening in like a Native American community and how little is being done to help them. And I imagine it's so much the same with the Aboriginal communities as well in Australia. And so I thought the way they told this story and the way they arrived with that narrative at the very end was just magnificently done, because those messages are really just sent home so hard. And I love the final shot as well. Hopefully I am understanding it correctly in thinking that the sun rising at the end after so many horrors throughout the very end of the film is that there's still hope that good things could be done going forward and that there's still good people that can kind of right the wrongs or anything like that. Maybe I'm interpreting it slightly wrong, but that's just the first thought that came to my mind. And I'm sure there's so much more that the film is saying that I haven't necessarily picked up on a first watch, but I would love to dive more into it. And of course, if any of you have more insights into it, I would love to hear your thoughts on it. Definitely ended up being very different than I expected going into it. It was absolutely horrifying and had more terrifying and unnerving imagery than a lot of horror films, traditional horror films, and so I don't know if I would call it a horror film per se, but it's definitely not a film that's easy to sit through, and it's a very challenging viewing experience, but I also feel like it's a very rewarding experience as well if you let the film work on you. But all the technical aspects were so incredible. I thought the cinematography was wonderful throughout from start to finish, and the aspect ratio I think really served the story and obviously the setting. And considering that there was no soundtrack throughout the film pretty much, I thought the sound design really played a key role and they nailed it as far as that department goes, because everything was always captivating to watch and it never felt like scenes felt empty without a soundtrack or anything like that. It just felt more realistic, like we were there with the characters, which obviously made scenes feel much worse, like in the beginning horrifying scenes, but also much more touching or calming in a scene like when it's just Billy and Claire sitting together or lying together at night. And speaking of those two, I thought both of them knocked their performances out of the park, especially Claire as the lead actress, considering that she had to play such a wide range of emotions from start to finish. I thought she did an amazing job with that character. Everybody was so convincing throughout, and specifically on the evil character side of things, credit to those actors. As I mentioned during the film, I don't know if I could have done that, playing such vile characters like that, but had they not committed fully to those roles, it would not have worked as well in making us as the audience hate those characters so early on. and then come to such a significant realization later in the film on how those characters and their relationship with Claire relate to the people who have made all these bad things happen in history on a larger scale. But Jennifer Kent is certainly a very talented director and a writer. Now with this and The Babadook, I don't know if there are any other notable films that she's made, but I would definitely want to see them because I'm really impressed with her work and her storytelling style. But I hope you all enjoyed watching along with me for this film. Although it's not really a film I would necessarily say you could enjoy watching, but now having the entire picture from start to finish, I think it is an excellently made film, and looking forward to your thoughts on it. And if you did like the video, definitely consider leaving it a thumbs up, helps out a lot. And of course, the full-length reaction is on Patreon, link for that in the description below. But until the next movie, look forward to seeing you all later. Peace.